would have hurt.
Hey everybody, Chris Justice here with you. I want to cut into programming here to show you the end of this system. It's coming through across the area. Things are starting to improve across our area as the snow is starting to slack up a little bit across Greenville and Spartanburg counties, but about another 30-45 minutes of the moderate snow coming down, and then it's going to start to break up a bit as we see the back edge of this line now moving through. In fact, let's put a track on this as the back edge of this precipitation now moving through Oconee County rapidly, finally drying out in Walhalla. Same story in Anderson. So the back edge of this is going to move through Anderson. Snow will taper off in about 20 minutes. Greenville in about 45 minutes. Spartanburg by 3:15, and then Gaffney by about 3:30. And then we'll be left with some light snow showers, some flurries, and some light rain showers. And really from 3 o'clock on, we'll begin to dry things back out. So I don't expect widespread problems tonight. I know many of you churches are concerned about maybe tomorrow morning, but a lot of the roads are fine. They're just wet, and we'll have a couple hours to dry things back out before we start to see the temperatures cool back down tonight. So that's the good news. Let me zoom into some of these locations, show you where we're watching the snow. It's heavier right now in Spartanburg and Cherokee County, Union County also. You're seeing some snow in Lawrence. Right now, moderate snow from downtown Spartanburg to Pauline. Surratt down to Union seeing some snow. You go farther south into Enoree, Lawrence, parts of Joanna and Clinton seeing some snow mixed with some rain at times. You got a dusting or so in Princeton down to Ware Shoals and Cokesbury. Parts of uptown Greenwood seeing some snow as well. Back toward Abbeville, right there near downtown Abbeville, northbound seeing some snow showers. Then you get towards Starr and Iva in Anderson County. It's starting to slack up, if not mixed with some rain on the back edge of this right here into downtown Anderson, right up the I-85 corridor. We've had as much as a ½ an inch in the grass across parts of Anderson County. And let's take you live outside from our Peace Center sky cam right now. The snow is still falling across the area. It's just not as heavy as it has been, and it's starting to slow down across the area, which is some good news for us. As we'll start to see this slack up within the next 45 minutes to an hour. Some lighter snowflakes there, not as big and fluffy as we've seen some of the snowflakes across the area here. Looking at the Hilton Greenville sky cam and our drive time here from Walhalla, this shows us a really good picture of what some of the harder hit areas look like. Oconee County, you're under a winter weather advisory until 7 p.m. This drive time provided by one of our crews here, being very careful, driving as carefully as they can, show you the roads are wet, they're passable, they're drivable, but they are wet. And thankfully the snow has ended in Oconee County other than some flurries, but the back roads, those secondary roads, are where you'll find some slick spots and where we are concerned about. And Greenville, I-385, I-85, looking fine. Our drive times in and out of Greenville are at a speed limit drive. Here is Haywood Road next to the mall, looking fine right now. It's the back roads of Greenville County, up near Taylor's, Tigerville, Greer. We're seeing some slick spots in some locations. You are under a winter weather advisory in Greenville County. Back to live Super Doppler 4 HD. Where I'm concerned about is parts of Greenville, Anderson, Oconee, and Pickens County. You've seen the most snow across the upstate, and where there could certainly be some slick spots. I want to toss things over to meteorologist Cedric Haynes, because Cedric, we've watched these snow totals coming through, and for most of us, it's been an enjoyable snow, but for some, there's going to be some slick spots going forward here today.
Oh, yeah, Chris, and one of the things we want to let you know is temperatures are right at or just below the freezing mark. So what's happening is, even though the snow may not be accumulating on the pavement, we're seeing some of that slush developing on the side roads and on the side streets, also on the elevated surfaces like bridges, overpasses, the decks, the staircases, and as well. And so what's happening is you're getting some of those patchy slick spots, and that's all you want to talk about. Is going to just kind of let you know to be aware of that if you're walking or driving for the next few hours. Temperatures will slowly start to warm up above freezing as the precipitation begins to come to an end. Now you can see this quick moving upper level disturbance that's moving on through the area. I'll take the clouds off to show you this, and you can see how quickly it's moving off to the east. So the back edge moving through the area now. Give it about another hour, hour and a half, and most of that will make its way out of the region here, and then we'll start to see things improving quite a bit. And then after that, we're going to turn our attention to what's happening as we go into next week, which will be back to the warm weather and also more heavy rain, flood potential heading our way as well. So a lot of active stuff. This is a quick moving system that came in at the right time of day, with the temperatures right where they needed to be to give us this chance of snow. And in some places, like in northeast Georgia, we've had 4 to as much as 8 inches of snow there. So those folks over in Raven and Habersham County, some of the big winners that are out there. So Chris, it's been an interesting day, a fun day for most of us, as you like to say, the Instagram snow out there.
Yeah, better go take a picture of it now because you know it won't last long. That's right. Most of us enjoy the snow, with some trouble spots back toward Raven and Habersham counties. That's where you reported those 4 to 8 inch totals back through Macon and parts of Clay County in North Carolina. That's the trouble spots right in here. Elsewhere, it's been hey, just be careful. Watch the roads as you're out and about this evening, but for the most part, you'll be fine to travel out within the next couple of hours as temperatures will begin to warm back up slightly. We have a cap on how warm we'll get today, but generally speaking, mid to upper 30s. I want to toss things over to Joe Ripley right now. Joe, you've been taking sort of a survey of what's going on around town. You've got some great pictures to show us.
Yeah, pictures, videos sent in from viewers all across our area. And let's show you the first one now. This one comes to us from Hartwell, Georgia. Take a look at the snow there on the Flora there. What a beautiful scene there. The snow stacking up. You heard Cedric say several inches of snow seen across our area. And it's pictures like these that make this all the more beautiful. Glad it's a safe snow, so to speak. Want to remind you guys to take it safely there on the roads as well. This picture comes to us from Oakway, South Carolina. Over there, Pickens, Oconee County, you guys really got hit hard by the snow, and this is a little video sent in to us of just how much snow fell. Take a look at the scene there. Surfaces covered from trees to the ground to vehicles to power lines there, and just a beautiful sight there. You can see the snow coming down, the last of that snow moving through our area right now, but that is from Oconee County there. And this is also from Oconee County in Walhalla out there near the state line. You can see that car pretty much half covered in snow. Another car there seeing the snow. A reminder out there, if you're driving, to use your headlights, use those windshield wipers to clear your cars and keep you and others out there on the road safe. That iconic image comes to us from Clemson football. You might recognize Howard's Rock there at Memorial Stadium, Death Valley there in Clemson. On the campus, Howard's Rock getting some snow. Of course, it's covered, it's protected, but look at that field. To imagine a scene like that, right? Playing some football out there in the snow. We don't see that too often down here in the South. I want to send things back over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice. And Chris, this storm, this snow is moving out, right?
Yeah, starting to taper down. I just want to let you know is that the worst is over with across the area. The areas that have seen the highest impacts are now drying out from the snow. We'll still have some snow showers from Greenville to Spartanburg to Lawrence, but the high impacts are starting to come down, and that's the good news here for you. Please be careful in Greenville, Pickens, Oconee, Anderson County. That's where we have some concerns for some slick spots on the back roads, and especially back toward northeast Georgia. So please be careful as you're out and about. Coming up tonight on WYFF News 4 at 6, we're going to have all the sights and sounds from around town. For the most part, 80% of us able to get out there and enjoy this fun snow. For some, though, especially in northeast Georgia and parts of the northern part of Oconee and Pickens County, you need to be careful. This is a little bit more dangerous than fun in some locations. So I want to thank our crew. For Cedric, Perella, and Dale and myself, we want to send it back to programming. Thanks for your reports out there. We'll see you soon.
Especially when you're down the bottom of the league.